Alright, so I'm trying out a test here of the color checker and seeing if I get a better job doing my white balance. Hope it's loud enough here. Today's video will probably be a little less interesting because I'm basically just trying some stuff out today and not much else to talk about other than me just trying stuff out, so we'll see how this works. Good afternoon, and welcome to Tujunga again. I'm sitting in a little box down my path, down in a tree here. A little lizard off the side who you guys probably can't see because out of frame. If he's still there when I'm done chatting, I'll get some footage of him for you. Today's probably a little less exciting for you guys than, well, I mean, not that my videos are really exciting to begin with, but today really what I'm working on is my color correction. I'm basically I'm a still shooter really, and coming from the stills world, when you're shooting a raw, you can adjust. Sorry, something bugged me here. Dealing with the stills and working with the raw files, you can adjust the white balance and light color as much as you want after the fact, and it's fine. As I'm shooting with a lower end camera, and I'm not shooting raw video, you have to have. Once again, there's a fly here that loves me. You have to have your white balance dead set ahead of time. Now you do have a little bit of leeway in post, but I'm also shooting a log format, which is a really highly compressed, at least color-wise, your luminance values are really highly compressed in the middle, and it does give you more leeway in post to be able to do things, but your colors will have to be spot on, or else you're messing things up. So basically, the little video, first clip there you guys saw was me with a little passport color checker, and I'm gonna try that out in post, see if I can get a better look, see if it's a little more natural. Hopefully, I've been kind of yesterday's clip that I shot was I should have lit it first off. It's pretty flat. I should have thrown a light up there, and it was a little hard to get that one balanced out. When I shot a couple days ago out here, it seemed to be better, but I'm still like not great with it. Combined with the I'm trying to get used to the workflow of it, so I move much quicker when I'm shooting. You know, get my white balance set, get my color set, and then shoot. Basically, it's a new game for me, just coming from stills world. And damn that fly! If this lizard was more helpful, he would eat that little fly for me, but he's just hanging out in the sun. Anyway, so that's kind of about it today. Really nothing exciting. I'm going to actually dump this footage inside and see what I can do, and I'll get back to you guys a little later, and we'll see how it looks. And I'll see a little shot of the lizard for you too. And here's a little lizard on my porch. And here's the little lizard who was hanging out while I was shooting. Hopefully I'm not freaking him out too much by watching him. Well, that's not too bad. Actually, color looks pretty good overall. Really all I did was just crank up the contrast and saturation. I didn't really mess with any LUTs or anything like that. I was shooting an S-Log2 with S-Gamut. But overall, I'm actually pretty happy with that. It was actually really, really quick color grade, and to get the white balance pretty spot on. Sorry about the out of focus of the lizard. I just looked at the footage, and I think I was focusing on his tail and not his body. The lens was a little too close. I was relying on autofocus, and at that point my glasses had pretty much kind of blacked over because of the transitions lenses, and then the screen on the Sony goes really, really dark when you're shooting 4K. So I did actually 2 passes recording him. The first one I realized, oh, too close. I pulled back. I didn't pull back far enough. I was trying to get kind of get the little guy to fill up the frame a bit. But looking at it now, it's like he's pretty blurry, tail's pretty sharp. So sorry about that. But overall, though, pretty happy with the little white balance of the and the color adjustments that I got today. We'll see how I do tomorrow. But it's pretty quick though too. I just did the snap of color checker to do white balance. I didn't use there's 3 panels of the color checker. The color panels you guys saw, and then there's a gray card panel which I didn't actually record video of. So I did my white balance off that. Then I did record a little group of the color side, just see basically my saturation levels once I threw it in the computer. I did monkey a little bit with the tint and color after the fact, and went a little more magenta and a little bit warmer, just a hair, than what I had set with the camera. Just because I think the tone looked a little better. But overall, like, that's probably the best I've gotten so far. So I'm really, really happy with that. I might actually try it with the old iPhone here, because the iPhone actually does has a log format as well on the Filmic Pro app, which I'm using to record this right now. It's a little more, haphazard with controls. Like, I don't think I can actually like write in the values, but I might give it a shot just to see how it looks. I mean, I do shoot most of my stuff on the iPhone, and I guess the white balance is okay. I'm probably a little off, but should get a little better with it. I will say this once again, though. I at some point I would love to get an external screen to see what the hell I'm doing when I'm in front of the camera. It's one of the reasons I probably use my phone more than anything else, just because it's really, really easy to see everything, and also the uploading is pretty quick. But it's one of those, back on mine, GH5. I want that camera. I really do. I need to not want that camera, but I really I wanted more of a semi-dedicated video rig. And frankly, there's nothing below, I think, $5 or $6 grand that does 10-bit that I can think of, which that does 10-bit. So it's and just have that 60K or 4K 60 frames. Oh, that'd be so nice. Anyways, enough ranting and raving and talking fiercely about a camera that I'm not going to buy. If you guys take a look at the color, though, let me know what you think, whether it looks better or not. I'm really happy with it. Once again, compared to the last 2 days I shot with the Sony, this is probably the closest I'm getting to actual proper color. So, let me know what you think.